take another drink here and make sure I get some water going on. And it's a key. I mean, some people look at these types of systems like, oh, I don't want to have to micromanage my character. But this game is very much based on these bars, these gauges. They all affect each other, and then they affect the way you play the game. For example, if you're a crafter and you're carrying around a tree or something like that, that will actually make your energy go lower, and it'll also cause you to be hungrier and thirstier sooner. And then the failure rate or the success rate for the materials you're crafting is determined by all of these things. Are you really, really hungry? Are you really, really thirsty? Are you really uncomfortable? And if it factors those into whether or not you're successful in whatever it is you're doing. Right now I'm just going to show you one of the things we can do. I'm going to go ahead and equip my axe to my right hand. I'm going to come up to this tree and we are going to log it. So as you can see, my character is currently chopping away at this pretty large tree, so it's going to take a little while to chop it down. And as I'm chopping it down, essentially I'm going to be earning experience towards my logging ability. And then, the better my logging ability gets, the increased success rate of actually cutting down a tree, and then also it increases the speed of cutting it down, which will be pretty cool. So let's see here. We're going to knock it down. There you go. So the tree's just falling down. It's lying on the ground right here. And it doesn't respawn. We can actually, I think, eliminate the stump as well. So we'll just get the stump out of there, make our land look pretty nice. Now I can chop it into small or large. Let's chop it into large sections. So, whether you chop it into small sections or large sections, certain types of structures and certain types of things that you build require one or the other. So you chop into these small sections right here. Alright, and now let's say I need to transport it. So I'm going to pick it up. Now I got it on my back. And I'm going to haul it back to whoever needs this log so that they can craft it. It's really not a PvP-centric game as much as it is a civilization-building game. I mean, if you ever wanted to play a game where you work together with a community to build up some kind of civilization or something like that, this is the game you want to do. It's really much focused on that. The combat is in the game, and it works. It works for hunting. It also works for PvP. It's a little sporadic. It's a little it lacks a little polish, and the developers have admitted that and mentioned that they do plan on revamping the combat at some point. They just haven't gotten around to it yet. As you can see, it's started to snow, I think. I can't really tell, but it looks like snow. So sometimes it'll actually change between snow and rain, just based on, I guess, temperature, or maybe it's just random. I'm not sure how detailed it is. So let me go ahead and put this down, otherwise I'm going to get really, really tired here. Yeah, see, so I just put that down right there. You can stack them on top of each other. You can do pretty much whatever you want. Here, let's destroy this stump. There we go. It's much cleaner. The game is extremely interesting, and the reason why I'm so intrigued by it is because it has the player-driven sandbox thing at the forefront. It's not in the background. Earthrise, for example, is a PvP game with a sandbox, quote-unquote, sandbox crafting element to it. This is a sandbox crafting, civilization building, player-driven game with a PvP element. PvP outside of tribe territory is completely open and completely free for looting. So if someone kills you, they can take everything off your body as long as they can carry it, which is interesting. So you have encumbrance down here, and you have energy. And the more stuff that you carry on yourself, the higher your encumbrance. That means the slower you run, and that also means the quicker that you'll lose your energy. And when your energy bar goes all the way down, your guy actually stops and starts breathing really, really heavy, and you become immobile for a certain amount of time until the energy bar kind of like regens up to a certain point where you can do stuff. You can lie down. You can also sit to regain energy faster. There's all sorts of these things that you can do in this game to kind of help out. Um, as you can see, this guy over here, he's got bone crafted armor, which he actually got off of hunting bears. So he hunts bears. He uses the materials to craft using bone crafting, and crafted himself a pretty nice full set of bear armor. Everything from ribs to the hat to the shoulder pads, to the elbow to the legs. Um, Everything in this game is player driven, and I can't express that enough. Simply because you don't see games like this. When you start off in the world, there's no quest hub, there's no NPC telling you what to do. Um, you're just not going to get that kind of direction. Not to say that it wouldn't hurt to have some kind of direction, but essentially it's just it's up to you how you want to play the game. You can join a tribe like this and be part of a large community, or if you want, and this is what you prefer, you and a small group of friends, or maybe just you by yourself, can wander somewhere off into the wilderness up in these mountains somewhere, throw down a totem, build a tent, build whatever you need, a small campfire, put some containers down, and then you can just hang out there, trade with surrounding tribes, try to build up your own little like safe haven, and then you can just go out into the world and PvP if you want, and do things like that. Make a name for yourself, or just if you want to just sit there and craft and do that. It's just the potential for a game like this is not limitless, but it's a lot more than what a standard MMO today will give you. MMOs today are very end game content driven. This is the game. There is no end game, there is no beginning game. It is just the game. And you build your civilization, you expand your territory, you wage war, you gain allies, you create trade. There are no quest hubs. There's not even really a currency yet. It's really very much a barter economy, which is even more interesting, because you can't just go to an NPC and purchase mats for a certain amount of currency, and then that sets the currency for everyone else trading. Because there is nothing setting a specific price for things, things are valued based on their rarity, which is how the real world works, of course, but that's how the game will work as well. So if a certain type of material is very, very rare, it will be very, very valuable. So you could have people, saying, "Oh, I really want that quartz stone." Well, it's very, very rare. So you'll take something like a more common item and trade a lot for a small portion of the rare item. So someone might say, "Oh, I'll give you 100 nails for 10 pieces of quartz," and that's how the game will work, or at least that's how it's intended to work. Like I said, the game doesn't launch until February 18th, which is next Friday. That's the prelude that they're calling the prelude, which is basically just a pre-launch. It's an opportunity for the tribes and for the players who have pre-ordered to jump into the world and kind of build their tribes before anything like the tribal warfare gets started. So it's kind of a way to populate the world, craft the world, build it up, and then when the official release happens, which will be a little bit later, hopefully you'll have all of the other features that the developers are talking about implemented and ready to go. Like I said, it's Xsyon. It's Xsyon, and it's really been flying under the radar. I didn't even know about it until 3 days ago. I was playing Earthrise. Someone mentioned it in Earthrise, and I decided to check it out. And it was definitely worth my time. It's just cool. It's just cool. It's just one of those games where you'll either love it or you'll hate it. But chances are, if you enjoy something that's different, you will like this game. So that's pretty much it. I might make some more videos on this game. I know I said the same thing about Earthrise, but frankly, that game's a little bit too technically messy right now for me to get in there and run fraps. So I might make a few more videos showing specific things in Xsyon, specific crafting, maybe even some PvP or some hunting. But in the meantime, I recommend that you go check out their website, which I should have below in the comments if I remember to do that, and read the feature list especially, but then also do look at some other YouTube videos, because I know some other players have posted specific videos for different crafting and things like that, and just take a look and see if it's what you might want. And then if it is, unfortunately, you do have to lay down the $40 in order to play before the prelude, which starts on Friday. And I think you'd still have to pay the $40 in order to play then as well. So it's not a free open beta, so to speak. But if you've got the $40, or if you really think that this looks cool and you want to give it a shot, I really, really recommend that you do so. You just never know. And games like this don't come along that often, so take advantage of it while it's here, because there is always that potential that a small indie game like this could end up just going the way of the dinosaur. So that's it for me, guys. I hope you enjoyed taking a look at Xsyon, and if you've got any questions, you can feel free to post them in the comments section. Otherwise, check the game out, and I will see you later.